Good morning, everyone. Yeah, let me share the screen. I hope you guys are able to see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So did anyone tried yesterday project that I have explained with the Java 8 and 9?
Yes.
Were you able to get the same thing, whatever I explained, or any challenges?
No, sir, no issues.
You understood like what is possible in Java 8 and what is not possible in Java 8, right?
Yes.
So just we'll quickly go through what we have discussed. Can someone tell me what is a module?
A group of packages.
Okay. So with the modularization, so what is the first thing that is done to the JDK?
Loading of unnecessary classes will be avoided.
Yeah. So first of all, the entire JDK has been modularized itself, correct? So how many modules are presently in the JDK?
Don't know exactly number.
I think it's 98. Okay. Let me show you that. Yeah, whoever is not speaking, please. Yeah, totally 98 modules as of now. It may increase in future because whenever they are adding some functionality or new changes, they will create obviously the new packages, etc. Right? So that time they'll create a new module or something. So as of now, the entire rt.jar has been divided into a 98 modules. Okay, what is the base module in Java?
Java.base.
Java.base. Okay. Now, so what is that each module will contain at least one file? What is that file name?
Module.info.
Module-info.java, correct?
Java. Yes.
So the file name is constant. Okay. Generally, whenever you create a class, you can keep a class name, can be anything, correct? But here, every module will contain one file that is called module-info.java. Okay. Now, so where that module-info.java to be placed?
The root folder.
In the root folder. Okay. So in order to create a Java 9 module system, what is that thing you need to have at least? Can I say that one package at least? Without a package, can I create a Java 9 project with a default package?
No.
No. At least one package should be present. Okay. So in order to create a Java 9 project, one package should be present. Why is that? Why one package is needed? Any guess? So whenever we are writing the data inside the module-info.java project, so what am I doing? I am writing a export command, export followed by what is that?
Package name.
So that means, can you see without a package, can I create a class file? Yes, correct. Creating a package is not mandatory in Java. Yes or no?
Yes.
So if I create a Java 8, let me create something here so that you will understand what is that I am talking. So I'm just creating a Java 8 project. Java project, Java 8. I'm creating test. Next, finish. So I have created a Java 8 project. Okay. Now here, SRC is a source folder. Inside this, all the source code will be present. Okay. But I am not creating any package directly. I am creating a class. So if you create a class directly, what happens? By default, this default package, it is coming as a default package. But if you have a package, generally, can I say that here one statement will come package followed by the package name? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, if I go to the source folder, now let me go to this document, 5 data structures. Let me go to the test. So here, the SRC. Inside SRC, do you have any package or directly the Java file?
Directly the file.
So that means there is no package, correct? So now, if I do the same thing with the Java 9, is it allowed? No, it is not allowed. Can someone tell me why it is not allowed?
We are having that module like an info file. That's it.
So whenever you are writing a module-info.project, So generally you may expose or you may not expose, but if you want to expose, you are using a export command followed by which is taking a package. So package definition, so package declaration is must from Java 9 onwards. Let us do this and see. Java project. Let me get test Java 9. And let me select the runtime environment as 9. So I'm clicking, so see, let me take module name, something different. Can I write? Yes, I can write create. So I have written the module name as Karthik. Generally, you don't keep like that, but you can, what I'm trying to say is you can keep a project name different from a module name. Okay. Look at here. Let me create a class directly. Yeah. So here, why am I getting a compilation error? Look at here. See here, if I'm creating a, without creating a package, if I'm creating a class in 05 data structures, I'm not getting any error. But whenever I'm doing here, I'm getting a compilation error. Implicit super constructor in undefined for custom must be explicit. Okay. So the reason for that is here, whenever you're writing a module-info.java, you are using a exports command, export which will take a package name. But if you're not providing a package, what do you mention? Correct. So that's the problem. Now here you can see, look at here, module name is different and project name is different. But generally we don't do this. Whatever the project name, we keep the module name same. Okay. Now this is what we have discussed something else as well. So can I say that with the rt.jar rt.jar will be loaded during the runtime, but with the Java 9, can I say that all the required classes will be checked whether those are present or not during the compile time itself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So and one more thing is, so yesterday we have created two projects which has the same package name, same class name, and whenever I am using that, whenever I'm mentioning that, I do not know which project file will be accessed. But can I have the same two Java 9 projects? Can it have the same package name?
No.
No, because whenever you are trying to use those two projects in other project, then it will face a difficulty saying that which project package has to be accessed. So that means package name cannot be same between two modules or two projects of Java 9. Okay. Now, and we don't get a because of this modularity. So the Java will take care that it will make sure that all the classes are present or not before running the program itself. That means during the compilation itself, it will check all the classes that are present to run the execution is present or not. So it will avoid the class definition not found error or no class definition found error. Okay. Now, whenever I am writing a module, so I want to export a package to only some other module. Then what should I do?
Qualified exports.
Yeah,
To,
qualified
yeah.
export. Yeah. So I have to write a command called exports followed by package name followed by two, and then whichever the module you want to do. So what does that mean? So that means that that package can be accessed only in the mentioned module. Other modules you will not be able to access it. So with the modularity, can I say that you are gaining the security?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are the things. So if you I know I understand that you understood from the concept wise and how to do the programming, but if you have to answer those like what is a module, what is a module dot descriptor will contain, etc. I request you all to please go through the notes. So in the notes I have mentioned everything specifically. If you want to export a package, then you need to use a exports command followed by a package name. If one module is dependent on another module, then you have to use a requires command followed by the module name. Exports with a package name, requires with a module name. So I have mentioned all of those in the notes. Please go through the notes and then you can, in case of any questions, you can come back to me.
So if I want to export entire project,
You cannot do the entire project. You have to mention all the package names.
okay.
That is what happening in the this
JDK
one, right?
internal.
Yeah, JDK. So in the java.base, I can directly write export java.base, correct? But that is not how it is happening. If you look at the source code of the Java 9, so here in the java.base, they have many packages. Now if I look at the module-info.java file, they are writing the export statement many times, correct?
Yes.
So till now in Java 9, the only thing that you can do export command followed by the package name.
Package.
Maybe in next versions of Java, they will see this is a one disadvantage also, correct? Because in a project, you see one side way it is advantage, one side way it's a disadvantage. Advantage is because if you are exporting a package, all the classes will be seen by the others, which is same as a Java 8. Then there is no security. But if you are exporting at a package level, then can I say that only what are the packages that you have mentioned in this module info.java will be seen by others. Other packages may not be seen by others. So that's a security, correct? So look at here. All the package names will be mentioned. IO, lang, lang.ref, lang.runtime, reflect, etc. So there is no shortcut to export entire project. If you want to export entire project, then in the project, how many packages you have, you need to write all those export statements. Does that answer your question, Sunil?
Yes, sir.
Anyone, any questions? Krishna, Harish, Venkat, Melvin, any questions? Sanjay, Sunil, Sohini, Suman, Vaibhav.
No, sir.
Assuming that you guys do not have any questions, now let's get started. The other topic is today we are going to discuss about. I'm just giving you some introduction about what is a executor framework. So executor framework is not Java 9 feature. It's already present in Java. So some of you might not know, or some of you might not worked on the threads. So what is the executor framework, etc. What is a thread pool, etc. So I'm going to explain those. And then I'm going to write one multi-threading program. So in the executor framework itself, there are some Java 9 changes have been happened that we will discuss. Okay. So this will be the last topic. And then I will be explaining in the Java 8, there is one method, a reduce method, which I haven't explained it. So I will be explaining that in the further classes. Post that, we'll move on to the Java 11. Now let us create the, let me use the Java 8 project itself. Okay. And then create a, now can someone tell me how can I create a thread?
By extending thread class or implementing runnable interface.
Okay. By extending thread class, what it immediately will happen, or what else I should do?
Override the run in.
We need to override run method.
Yeah, why do we need to override run method?
Because the start method calls the run method implicitly.
Yes. Even if I don't override, it is present in the parent class, right? Why do I need?
Yes, sir. It is an empty method.
Yeah.
So nothing happens.
Okay. Then after overriding,
The child class method gets the preference over the parent class method. So
okay, because of the inheritance. Yeah.
yes.
So this is you guys know, right? Like okay. System.out.println run method. Okay. Now, do you guys know how the thread execution, like how can you visualize a thread? In initial class I think I have explained. So have you guys remember that? How can I visualize a thread? Okay, let me explain again. Okay. Now, can I say that by creating an object like this, line number 12, can I say that this is a thread object?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How many thread objects are there now?
Two.
Two. Now, so in order to call the run method, can I say the t1.start?
Yes.
t2.start. Okay. Now, how many threads will start?
3 threads.
Okay.
Already one is there.
those? Yeah, one is, what are those?
Main and T1, T2.
Main thread,
Yeah.
T1,
Main.
T2.
Yeah, main is a thread, T1 is a thread, T2 is a thread. Do you know at what point of time which thread will execute the run method? Can you guess it? Okay. So, or else another question. So how do you know how to visualize a thread? Yes, no? Based on your answer, I know what from where I can explain
No.
it. That's the reason I'm
No,
asking.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. So let me explain now. So this is what I hope everyone knows, right? Extending a thread class, overriding a run method, and creating a thread object and calling the start method. But you do not know how the thread will execute a program, correct? Am I right, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So see, it is not. So I'm just asking these questions to just tell you. See, since this is not a Java 9 topic, this is a core Java topic itself. It's a basic main threads concept of core Java. So why am I asking this question? If you do not know, I can explain from there onwards. That's the only thing I'm asking the question. I'm writing one method m1 method execution. Okay. Now let me call from run method m1 method. Okay, done. Now let me debug the program. Whenever I'm debugging, I'm putting a debugger statement in line number 16. Okay. Now you carefully observe this. Guys, everyone please pay attention to what I'm doing now. So I'm just starting the debugging. You guys know that whether it's a Spring Tool suite or anything, there is a debug window will be present, correct? So whenever you want to visualize a thread, how the thread flow of execution will start, or etc. So you look at this debug window. Currently, do you guys know that main is also a thread?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That means
Yes.
main. What is the name? That main is a thread name, correct? Here, main is a method name. So since main is also a thread, the thread name of the main is main. So that's the reason. Hope you're in the debug window. Are you able to see thread followed by the main? That's a because it's a thread name. Okay. So this is currently which is the thread that is executing? Can you see that main thread is executing?
Yes.
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 In which line the current control is present? Line number 16. Correct.
16.
Done. Now, whenever I call the start method, can I say that thread flow of execution? The start method will create a. So now, can someone tell me what is the definition of a thread? What is a thread? If the question is asked in the interview, assume that what is a thread? What is your answer?
Thread is a simple process divided into tasks.
Okay. Anything else? Anyone? Any answer? Whether it's right or not, don't worry. Just answer me so that I'll correct your knowledge.
A separate piece of code which will execute independently.
Okay. Okay. Let me tell you. Thread, see, you guys remember this one. This is from the textbook. Thread is a independent path of execution within a same program. So whatever you guys said, I think you might be saying the same thing also, correct? It might be the wording is different, but you also meant the same thing, correct? So the definition of a thread, if someone is asking you what is a thread, you need to answer thread is an independent path of execution within a same program. Okay. Now let me tell you, see currently, can I say that main method is a execution, one flow of execution. Okay. From main method only your thread is starting. Where you are starting the thread? In the main method, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so whenever I do the start, this start method will call the, so where do you have the start method written in this program? In this class, do you have a start method?
No.
Now then where it will go?
Inside thread
Which
class.
To the
which class?
parent.
Yeah. So what is the parent for this? You are extending from thread class. Now I can say that thread class start method it will call, correct? Now in the thread class start method, so this start method is responsible to create an independent path of execution. That means what is the meaning of independent path of execution? So currently thread main is one independent path of execution. Similarly, thread main, there should be, can I say that one more independent path of execution should start? So who is responsible for that? The start method is responsible for that. Now, once it is creating an independent path of execution, where that independent path of execution will start? From the run method. So that's the reason whenever you look at here, thread flow of execution starts from the run method. Now what I'm doing, see currently, how many threads you are able to see? Only one, thread main. Now what I'm doing is I'm clicking F6. From line number 16, I'm clicking F6. So look at here. See, you see one more thread has started? See, currently main method is in which line number? See, click on here. If you want to look at, see, currently main thread is line number 17. Okay. Now, and from line number 16, whenever you say start, I just now said that the start method, you are invoking you are calling the start method of a thread class. So that is responsible to create independent path of execution. Independent path of execution means separate execution it will start. And where that execution will start? From the run method. For example, if I run a program of core Java, where the execution will start? Main method, right? Similarly, when you call a start method on a thread, then it will create a independent path of execution, and where that execution will start? From a run method. Now, if you look at here, can I say that this is separate execution? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it an independent path of execution? Guys, please respond.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Others?
Yes.
Yeah. So see now, I hope you are able to visualize it, right? What is happening, correct? Now, assume that I will do F6 here. Now, currently, I'm not debugging the main thread. I'm clicking on this one. That means I'm debugging the thread 0. So am I able to know how the thread is getting executed or not? See, currently this thread is executing run method. See, it is printing run method, done. From here, it is going to M1 method. So let me keep a debugger in the M1 method. Yes, it is there. So currently, see where the thread 0 is present? In the M1 method, correct? Done. Now I will stop. I don't execute further. I will go to line number 17 main thread, and I will do F12 again. I do F6 again. Then I'm calling another thread. I'm calling the start method. Can I say that one more independent path of execution will start? That means one more thread will create? Yes. Look at here. See, one more thread has come. So whenever the thread is starting, can I say that independent path of execution will start? Yes, I can see that here. So, but where the thread flow of execution starts? From the run method, correct? So now look at here. I have three threads. One is main thread, which is executing line number 18, and a thread 0. So I did not pass anything. So that's the reason it is taking thread 0 name, which is executing M1 method. And there is another thread, which is name is thread 1, which is executing line number 7. Now, are you able to visualize the thread?
Yes.
Yeah. So now if look at the definition, thread is a independent path of execution. Is it true? Are you able to see each and every thread whenever I call the method, whenever I call the start method, is it creating a separate independent path of execution?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But are these executions are within the same program?
No.
From the main method only these are creating, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a definition of a thread. If someone is asking you what is a thread, thread is an independent path of execution within a same program, or within a main method, or within a main program, etc. Okay. Hope you understand and visualize. Now, for example, whenever you are given with a multi-threading program, assume that your project, you have a multi-threading program, and if you don't do, I'm saying that you're not doing the debugging. Directly you're running the program. Do you visualize which thread will execute at what time? Do not know, correct? The best way to debug or to understand the behavior of a thread is to debug by putting the debugger pointer in the run method and subsequent methods. Hope you understand. Hope you are able to visualize the thread now. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, everyone understood, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now let's move on to the next thing. Now, so now this is well and good about the thread. So with the thread, the advantage of a thread is, since parallel execution is there, I can say that the execution time will be faster. Okay. But what is the design? Can I see now here? T1 dot start, T2 dot start. So T1 dot start means one thread is created. Whoever is not speaking, please go on mute. Yeah. Okay. Now here I have started a thread T1 dot start, done. Now can I say that this, whenever I call the start method, immediately run method will execute. So after completion of the run method, can I reuse the thread? what is the state of a thread after completion of a run method?
It will go for deadlock position.
Terminated.
No, after completion of a run method, the state of a thread is called as a dead, correct? See, whenever you are creating a thread object, the state of a thread is new state. Yes or no? And whenever you call the start method, whenever it is
Runnable.
executing the run method, it will be a running. Okay. And after completion of the run method, the state of a thread is dead, correct? Yes or no? These are the different thread states are available. Okay. Now my question is, now can I call the start method? Can I reuse the thread after completing the run method again? See, t1.start, it will execute run method. It will execute line number 7, 8. And from here, it will go to M1 method. It will execute and then it will come back to 9. It has completed the execution of run method. Now, can I reuse the same thread again and call the start method again? See, if I do start method again, what happens? If I call the start method on a same thread after completion of the run method, what happens?
Illegal state exception will be thrown.
Okay. Why illegal thread state exception will come?
Because we cannot reuse any thread.
Okay. Yeah. So that means if you want to create a multi-threading programming, then you have to create n number of threads, correct? So one way we are saying that creating a thread is an advantage, but here you are not able to reuse a thread. For example, I have 1 lakh employees. I want to calculate the salary by using 10 threads. So it will take 10 hours. But I want to make the process faster. Then I cannot reuse those threads after completion of the work. I have to create another 10 threads or number of threads I have to create more, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
So in this way of thread creation, do you see a problem? That thread is not reusable, right?
Yes.
Once the thread is created, after completion of the run method, are you able to reuse a thread? Every time you need to create a new thread only, correct? So this is a drawback of a normal thread creation. Whether you are extending a thread class or implementing a runnable interface, what is happening is after completion of the run method, if you call the start method again, then it will throw the illegal thread state exception. Let us run the program and see. I'm not creating a debugging. I'm calling the run method. So directly see here. Are you able to see illegal thread state exception? Line number main thread. See from this line, from this line number 20, I'm calling the start method on a dead thread. So then I'm getting a illegal thread state exception. Okay. So that means in a core Java, whenever you're creating a thread by extending a thread class or implementing a runnable interface, once the thread is completed the run method, you cannot reuse the thread or you cannot call the start method on a thread. It will throw the illegal thread state exception. Okay. Now, if you want to know why it is throwing, how it is throwing, you just look at the start method internally. So whenever you create a thread object, the state will be new state. So what it will do, it will hold one variable called 0. And there will be one variable. It will check that variable. If the variable value is 0, then only it will start the thread. If it is non-zero, after starting it will change the number to that thread variable. And then if it is non-zero, then they are throwing the illegal thread state exception. Okay. So now we can see that using a thread is good, but this thread flow of execution is not that much friendly because you cannot reuse a thread. Agree till here, everyone?
Yes.
Do you guys understand
Yes,
what is
sir.
the problem in the thread? The problem in a thread is threads are reuse it. That means reuse it means after completion of the run method, one thread will start the execution of a run method. After completion of a run method, can I reuse the same thread to call the run method again? No, we cannot do. That is the problem. Okay. Now, in order to solve this problem, there is a concept of thread pool has come into the picture. Okay. So now we know the problem. What is the thread? What is the problem in the threads? In order to solve this problem, the feature, I think in 1.5, so the thread pool has come into the picture. Thread pool. Okay. So as the name itself is telling, So thread pool is a pool of thread. What is a pool? That means it inside the like a swimming pool or etc. So thread pool will contain some number of threads. For example, if I create a thread pool with the 3 threads, I can reuse these threads. Like for example, first it will execute one employee, T1 thread is there. It is executing one employee. T2 thread is there. It is executing second employee. T3 thread is there. It is executing third employee. Okay. After completion of these employees, then T1 can be reusable. That is what meant by the thread. So whatever the drawback of a normal thread, that drawback is overcome by the concept of thread pool. Okay. Now thread pool will contain the number of threads and then we can reuse the threads. Okay. Now in Java from 1.5, I think this feature has come into picture. Now how many thread pools are there? So there are 4 types of thread pool. Single thread pool, cached thread pool, fixed thread pool, scheduled thread pool. Okay, so there are 4 types of thread pools are there. So those names are single thread pool, cached thread pool, fixed thread pool, scheduled thread pool. Have you guys heard of these thread pools anytime? Anyone? Does anyone
No,
have
sir.
any knowledge?
No.
If anyone knows, let me know.
Yes.
Okay, what is the difference of these thread pools? What is a single thread pool?
There will be always only one thread will be there. It is
Yeah.
simple.
In the single thread pool, only one thread is there. What is the cached thread pool? Yeah. The cached thread, see, so single thread pool means the thread pool will contain only one thread. That means it is like a normal thread, one thread execution. Okay. Fixed thread pool means you have to mention how many threads you want to create. For example, I want to create this project of this one example with a 5 threads. So I will mention. So that means I will mention that first before creating a thread pool, I will mention that I want 5 threads. So only 5 threads will be created. More than 5 threads is not available. So these 5 threads will be reused. How do we reuse? Don't worry about that. I will explain. Okay. In the fixed thread pool, what happens is number of threads will be fixed. It will never increase or never decrease. Okay. Now coming to the cached thread pool. In the cached thread pool, what happens? So you don't need to mention how many threads you now want to create. You don't need to mention. Okay. Compiler or JVM will take a decision based on the work. If all the threads are busy, then it will create a thread automatically. If any thread is free, then it will give the work. That means whether to create a thread or not, that decision is taken care by the JVM. So if any free thread is present, then it will allocate the work. If all the threads are busy, then it will create a new thread. That means here number of threads you don't need to mention it. Now how many threads to be created or how many threads to be accessed or how to allocate the work, etc., will be taken care by the JVM. So cached thread pool is nothing but the number of threads are not fixed. The JVM will take the decision based on if all the threads are busy, it will create a new thread. If any of the thread is free, it will allocate the work to that. And scheduled thread pool means you can mention a thread time. After 10 minutes, I want to create a thread. After 20 minutes, I want to create a thread like that. So these are the 4 thread pools available in Java. These are not Java 9 features. It's already present in Java 5, 1.5 or Java 5. Okay. So this about the thread pool. Now, this is a concept that is good. Now, if I want to create a thread pool, how can I create it? If I want to create a thread pool, how can I create? Okay. In order to create a thread pool, that's where the executor framework comes into picture. Have you guys heard of executor framework? Anyone? What is the executor framework, etc.? Yes, no? Guys, pin drop silence.
No.
Yes, it is introduced in Java 1.5 to manage the thread lifecycle.
Yeah. Okay, let me show you guys. So I'm opening the decompiler and then jmod java.base. So classes java dot. Yeah, in the java.util dot, there is a package called concurrent. So in this one concurrent, you see that one executors. Okay, the executors is a class and executor service is a interface. Okay, executor is also a interface. Okay, now these are there are some classes and interfaces that are created in the Java 1.5 to make use of this thread pool. Whatever just now I have discussed, right? So single thread pool or cached thread pool and all, you want to create those thread pools. How do you create? By using, so executors is a class. Look at here. Executors is a class. Now, if you want to create a thread pool, see here, new fixed thread pool. Are you able to see one method called new fixed thread pool? Here, overloaded methods. So what it is taking? It is taking int n threads. That means int number of threads. So by calling this method, you can say, I want to use 10 threads. Then you have to pass this method. See, what is this method? It's a static method. Now, can I say that execute class name followed by the method name? Executors is a class name followed by the new fixed thread pool. If I call this method and pass 10, then 10 threads will be created. Yes or no? So in order to use which kind of a thread pool you are using, that thread pool names or methods are present in the class called executors. So here, if you want to create a new fixed thread pool, you call this method. If it is single thread pool, you call this method. Similarly, cached thread pool, scheduled thread pool also, there will be methods. Look at here. New cached thread pool. So see, new scheduled thread pool. Are you able to see? Okay. So by calling this, that means, can I say that I have to make use of the executor class in order to create a thread pool? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, let us go back to the same example. Now, in order to create this one, then what I will do? Executors dot. Okay, executors dot new fixed thread pool. Okay, see here, I see if you look at the definition. Yeah, new fixed thread pool. Okay, now you look at the Java definition here. Creates a thread pool that creates a new threads as needed. Sorry, it's a cached thread pool. See, what did I mention for the cached thread pool? Then you don't need to mention any number. That's the reason this method is not taking any argument. Whether the thread to be created or not will be taken care by JVM. So look at here. Creates a thread pool, yes, and creates a new thread as needed. That means whenever it is needed, it will create, but will repause the previous constructed thread when they are available. That means whenever the previous threads are free, it will make use of the previous one. If not, then it will create a new thread. So that's the definition, whatever I have given and whatever is present here, is it matching? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Now let's go back to the few new fixed thread pool. So here, I'm looking at the definition of a new fixed thread pool. Look at here. Creates a thread pool that reuses a fixed number of threads operating off the shared at any point of time. The n threads will be active processing task. So if additional tasks are submitted when all the threads are active, they will wait in the queue unless the thread is available. Are you able to understand this point? If so here first, what if I mention the n threads as 5? So then all the 5 threads will access the work. If the additional task is given, for example, I am submitting 10 employees. All the 5 threads are executing 5 employees. Remaining 5 employees are still in where they will go. They will go in the queue. And once the thread becomes free, then only that data will be accessible. Will it create a new thread based on the access? No. At any point of time, whatever the number of threads I will fix it here, that is fine. So it will not create a new thread automatically. Okay. Similarly, you can look at the new schedule thread pool. Okay. By using new fixed thread pool, you can mention that if I am mentioning 3, that means 3 threads will be created. What is this returning? What is this new fixed thread pool method is returning?
Executor service.
Executor service. Now, what is the executor service? Look at here. Executor service is an interface, correct? That means it is giving the interface reference, right? Executor service. Let me write EX. Okay. Now, let me do the import. Okay, done. Now, here in the executor service, there are different methods. By using those methods, I can submit a task. See here, submit method is there. Execute method also there. So EX dot submit. So here, what is this submit method is taking? Look at here. Can I call these as the overloaded method submit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the whatever I have highlighted here? What is this submit method is taking? What type of a argument? Runnable interface. That means what is a runnable? If it is taking a runnable interface means what is that meaning? So there should be a one class which should implement the runnable interface and should override the run method, and then that class object I need to pass it here.
Yes.
Am I right?
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, what is the meaning of above method, submit method?
Callable interface. Yeah.
Callable
Yeah.
interface.
That means there is a callable interface also present in Java. So you create a class, implement the callable interface. Callable interface has an abstract method called call. You override that method and create an object of that class and pass it here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Everyone agree with that statement? So in order to execute that framework, so I have to call this submit method. So why am I passing the runnable instance or callable instance? Because of this, it takes this. Okay. Till now, everyone is clear. Then we'll go for a program, multi-threading program. Any questions, anyone? Okay. Now let us take a scenario of multi-threading. Now, whenever I am doing, so now assume that the salary calculation, I assume that any company like organization, TCS or something. So every company will have like example, if I'm taking TCS, then around it has 1 lakh employees. Okay. Now every month they have to do the salary calculation for this 1 lakh employees. Currently, I think TCS is having 6 lakhs. Do they do one person like, do they automate this process or do they calculate manually?
You'll automate the process.
Automate. If it is calculated means, in order to calculate this employee salary of 6 lakhs, another 1 lakh employee should be there, right? Manually means, correct? Yes or no? So now, how do you know what is the formula for salary calculation? Can someone tell me how do you get a salary? Do you have any working employees here? In this class, do we have any working people? I hope all of you are working, right? Or not?
Per day, sir.
Yeah, you can say that how many, see, if you are taking a LOP, that means leave of absent. Like if you're do not have a leave. If you take a leave, then also you will get a salary, correct? That means, can I say that number of every person will have a basic salary, right? Basic salary
Plus leave travel allowances.
LTA
Yeah.
plus HRA
HRA.
multiplied by number of working days, correct? See, this will be apart from this. So basic salary multiplied by number of working days plus HRA, LTA and something else, right? For phone reimbursement, fuel reimbursement, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm for time being, I'm taking out all of this, okay? Because I'm not actually calculating that, right? I'm writing a multi-threading. So can I say that generally salary of an employee for that month is nothing but a basic salary and number of working days? I'm whatever the remaining is there, I'm ignoring those. Okay. Now can I say that this would be the formula? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now number of working days will be different for each person, correct? And the basic salary also will be different for each person.
For one particular month, it should be number of working days should be same, right?
Number of working days in the sense, see, there are number of working days 31, but I have taken 10 days leave. I don't have the leave balance also. then how many days I will get a salary? I will get salary for 21 days only, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Loss of pay.
That is what I meant here. Number of working days means how many days that employee has worked in the month. Even see number of the 30, see what you're saying is in a month, either 30 days or 31 days will be the working days. That is correct. But out of that, how many days I have worked, that will be taken into consideration, right? They don't pay you even if you are on leave also, right? If it is not a LOP, I'm talking about, correct? So that means generally this information, like whenever you get an salary slip or something, in that it will, your basic salary will be mentioned. Okay, I think I can say that in the database they will create one salary table, salary employee table. They will have an employee ID, EMP ID 1 2 3 4 5 6. These are employee ID, and they will have basic salary like some 10,000, some 20,000 for this person. Okay, and then number of working days. Based on that, they will calculate, and here they will show this person has worked for 10 days only. This person has worked for 21 days. Then what would be the salary for this person? 10 multiplied by 10,000, which is nothing but 1 lakh. Okay. This 21 multiplied by 20,000, which is nothing but 2,10,000. Generally, this is how it will be calculated. Yes or no?
Yes.
Others agree? Yeah. So if this, so I'm ignoring the basic sorry, HRA, TA, DA, everything I'm ignoring because I'm not actually doing that, right? I just wanted to understand how the multi-threading will work. Now, if so, like this, in the TCS, 6 lakhs employees are there. Now, if I am doing one threaded process, will it take time or not for the 6 lakh employees?
Yes, sir. Takes time.
Okay. Then what I will do, I will take a multi-threading process. I will take 10 threads. And then can I say that it will be faster? How much faster? It will leave about that. But can I say that in compared to the single threaded process, if I take 10 threads, will it be faster?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now let us look at that. Now I do not have the database connection. So what I am doing is instead of having the database connection, I am creating an employee class. Okay. Now let us do this one same. Let me create an employee class. Okay, employee class is already present. Let me call employee salary. Let me call private string basic salary. Sorry, private double. Okay. Now private int number of working days for that employee. Okay. I have just created in the existing class. I just created 2 new variables. Let me create a setters and getters. Let me go to source, generate setters and getters. Select all and then generate. Done. I created a setters and getters. Now let me create a constructor using all of these fields. Okay, I don't want this one. I want to create a constructor with all the fields. Let me create, go to source, generate constructors using fields. Select all and then generate. So I have this constructor. Now let me create a class. I'm putting the class name is multi-threading main. Multi-threading main class. Okay. Now in this class, let me create a main method. Done. Now in this main method, so assume that for time being, I'm not taking those many employees. I'm taking 10 employees. Okay. Now 10 employees means I will create a 10 employee objects. Employee E equal to new employee. Okay. Now here, now what is the first argument? Employee ID, employee name. Employee ID is 1. Employee name is I'm taking Karthik. Okay. what is the third argument? Employee salary, which we haven't calculated. Basic salary is nothing but 10,000. Number of working days is nothing but, okay, let me put 10,000 per day, per month. Okay. Now number of working days is 21. Okay. Now, so this is one employee. Similarly, okay, let me create 10 employees. Instead of doing it from the database, what I'm doing, I'm creating a employee objects only manually, because creating a database connection, having a database, it's little difficult now. E8. Okay, total 9 employees are there. Done. Now here, instead of Karthik, can someone tell me the names, please? Let me take Vaibhav, one name. In the meantime, can you please think about other name? I'm taking the 11 days he is working. Okay. Can someone tell me the name?
Harish.
Okay. Now salary, let me put 30,000 and 10 is the working days. Okay. Now next.
Krishna, Melvin.
Yeah. Krishna, Melvin. Okay. Let me put Sohini and who else? Sunil, Amul. Okay, let me put their names as well. I'm just putting for time being, guys. Sunil. Let me write Sunil. Sunil. Amul. Okay. Okay. Let me change the basic salary to some 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 11,000. And number of working days is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. Now, can I say that I have 9 employees? Now, I need to generally, how do you see if you want to calculate the salary, you need a list or array something, correct? Now, what I will do, I will add all these employees into an array. Now, if I want to add, can I say that I have to take a employee list array? List array, which takes emp list. Done. New array list. Okay. Done. I will add all the list employees object to this list. Emp list equal to emp list dot add e sorry. Okay. E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, E7, E8. That's it. Okay. Then I have added all the employees to the list. Done. Okay. Now, so I just till now, whatever I have done, did I write any business logic? No, I just created the data set. So instead in the real-time project, how do you get this data set? By calling the database query. Yes or no? Now let me write the logic. So let's see. Can I say that this salary calculation logic, whatever we have written, basic salary multiplied by number of working days, does it have to be executed for each and every employee?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it
Okay.
has to.
That means whenever you are creating a thread, the thread will work on an employee. And for each and every employee, I want this calculation to be done. Now, can I say that where should I write this logic? For each and every thread, the logic should execute. So what is the right place to put this logic?
Inside the main thread.
Inside a run method, right?
Yes.
So whenever you create a thread, you will pass some employee object. So that employee object will execute the run method. And on top of that, so that means now let me create a class. Salary calculation. Okay. I'm creating a class salary calculation. Now implements runnable. Okay. Now whenever your implements runnable, you need to override the run method. Okay. Now in this run method, I have to write a salary calculation, correct? Okay. Now here, can I say that this basic salary for each person will be different?
Yes.
And number of working days also will be different.
Yes.
That means whenever I am executing run method, can I add an employee object here?
Yes, we can.
run method,
No.
we cannot add. That means I need an employee object in order to write this logic, correct? But I cannot write here. Then what I can do, whenever I'm creating an object of this class, can I accept the employee object? Like this, see, this is a constructor, public constructor. So whenever this constructor is created, let me access employee E. Now, let me write private employee E equal to null. Okay. Now, this dot E equal to E. So whenever the object is created, corresponding, they will pass the employee. Now I have the employee reference. Now, can I say that salary int double salary equal to E dot get basic salary multiplied by E dot get number of working days? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now I have mentioned, so now I will store this one in the, there is a salary variable, right? E dot set employee salary equal to this salary. That means calculated salary I am storing in the same employee object. Okay. Now done. Now can I say that this run method has to be called for each and every thread so that each and every employee salary will be calculated, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, but do you create, how many threads do you want to create? I want to create only 3 threads. And with the 3 threads, I want to make use of work. Then what I will do is, so as I mentioned, I wanted to use a fixed thread pool. So what is the way I do? I need to use executors class, executors dot new fixed thread pool, and number of threads I'll put 3. Okay. Now what it is returning? Executor service, correct? Executor service ex equal to done. Okay. That means with this line number 36, I can say that I'm using, though I have 9 employees, I'm not creating 9 threads. I'm not creating 5 threads. I'm creating 3 threads and I will reuse these 3 threads. How I will reuse it? Let me tell you. Now let me, so for these threads, I need to submit all the employees. So for what I'm doing, for iterate over a employee list dot size, I am iterating over the size. Okay. Now for each and every employee, I need to call the run method. So that means where is the run method is present in this salary calculation. So let me create an object of this class. So whenever I create an object, I need to pass the call the constructor. That means I need to pass the employee object. So salary calculation SAL equal to new salary calculation. How do I get an employee? Employee list of
Get of I. That means, can I say that this will, how many times this loop will execute? 9 times. And how many times I'm creating an object 9 times for this one and I'm passing all the employees. Now, just now you have seen, in order to create a, so in the normal thread creation, how do you create a thread flow of execution? By calling what method? If you are extending a thread class? By calling the start method, you are creating an independent of thread, correct? Now, whenever you are using a executor service, you can call the execute method or submit method. Okay. Just now I have shown you. So if you look at this submit method, so what is this submit method is taking?
Runnable interface.
Runnable. So that means runnable task it is taking. That means I need to create a class which implements the runnable interface, create an object of that and pass it here. Does that right?
Yes.
Now here in this scenario, which is a class that is implementing runnable interface?
Salary calculation.
Now, can I say that I have to create an object of this and pass it?
Yes, we can.
So can I say that line number 31, this SAL is nothing but an object of that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, can I pass that here?
Yes, we can.
SAL. Now, from this line, so this submit method is responsible to create a independent path of execution. That means this submit method is responsible. So whatever whenever you call the start method, in the right side in the debug window, are you able to see multiple threads are getting created?
No.
Earlier, whenever I executed the thread program,
yes.
you are able to see multiple threads created whenever I call the start method. Similarly, whenever the submit thread is created, the threads will be created. Okay. Now, how the execution will happen, look at here. Now, how many employees are there? I have 10 employees, right? How does the execution will happen in the thread pool is, so you have how many threads? T1, T2, T3. Okay. Now this all the employees will be added to the queue. What is a queue, guys? Queue is a data structure which follows first in, first out object. First in, first out, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about that. You do not know. That's fine. But have you heard first in, first out?
Yes.
If you're,
Yes, of course.
please stand in the queue. Like
Yes.
before the temple, when you take the prasad, or whenever you go for a movie tickets, or whenever you getting into the bus, they will be writing, please stand in the queue. What does it mean? Whoever
in,
is in the
first out.
first, yeah,
First out.
whoever is in the first will be getting the first opportunity, correct? Now, the same thing, the queue concept will be followed in the thread pool, whatever it is. Like it's a thread pool, fixed thread pool, cached thread pool, scheduled thread pool, doesn't matter. Internally, it will use a queue concept. So now 10 employees are there. So whenever you say 10 employees, see here, I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Okay. Now here, can I say that you are passing all the employees to this class? So these employees will be added to the queue. So this is E, E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, E7, E8. Okay. 8 employees are there. Now, whenever this submit method gets called, first it will T1 thread will be created. Okay. Whenever T1 thread is creating, from this is a queue. Which is the element will be taken out first? This element, right? This is the first inserted element, correct? So that means T1 thread will execute E employee. Okay, done. Now at the time, now T1 will take around 5 seconds of time. Okay, T1 will take 5 seconds. Okay, it is still executing. At the same time, again, the submit method is called. Then it will create T2 thread, and then T2 will execute what employee?
E1.
Next E1, because it is following the queue concept. So T2 is also executing like 5 seconds. Now assume that by the time T3 comes, all the 2 are executing. Then it will create a T3, third thread. Let me take different color. Okay. Now T3 will execute. What employee it will execute? E2, correct? Done. Now can I say that now 3 threads are busy? All the threads are executing
Yes,
employees. So it is not yet completed. None of the thread is completed. These are busy. Okay. Now, what is the thread pool I created? Did I create a cached thread pool or fixed thread pool?
Fixed. So
In the fixed thread pool, the number of threads are fixed. That means you cannot create more than 3. Okay. Now, so now then remaining task, it will wait. Okay. Now assume that after 5 seconds, T1 is completed. Now, in the general thread of thread creation, like by extending a thread class and calling the start method, once the thread has completed this run method, will you be able to reuse it?
No.
No. But in the thread pool, why do we go? We can reuse it. How do we reuse? So after completion of this T1.5 seconds, what happens is this thread will be given with the next employee. What is the next employee in the queue?
E1.
E3, right? E1 is executed
E3.
by already,
Yes,
right?
E3.
So then T1 will execute E3. Now after completion of, after again 5 seconds, T2 will be completing, correct? Now then T2 will execute
E4.
E4. That why it is following this E4, likewise, because it's a queue. Internally, it is following a queue. I will show you that also why it is a queue. So E5, E4, it will execute. After T3 is completed,
T3 will go for E6.
E5, correct? E5. Okay, done. Now assume that now this time, at any point of time, you do not know which thread will complete fast, correct? Now assume that out of these 3, this thread has completed execution. If then which, so this is becoming free. Then which employee to take? Can I say that E6? Yeah. So
Yes.
like this is the process how the execution will happen. Now let us look at programmatically. Hope you understood this one, whatever it is. Okay. Now here, let me show you.
Yeah. So whatever thread it will complete the task first, that will take the next employee, like that.
Next task. So this whatever you are taking this salary calculation of employee, right? So that is the task you want to perform, correct?
Yes.
So this all the tasks will be pushed to the queue. Whichever the queue is free, that will take the task from the queue. And since it is a queue, first in, first out. That means the whatever the task that is inserted first will be taken out first.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you here why did I explain the task. Now look at here the definition. What is the definition? Creates a thread pool that reuses a fixed number of threads operating of shared unbounded queue. At any point, the number of threads will be active processing the task. If additional task is submitted, when all the threads are active, they will wait in the queue. See, are you able to see one word called queue? That means whenever you are submitting a task, so whenever you submitted 3 tasks, 3 threads are executing, but remaining task will be submitted to the queue. Let me show you by debugging it. Till now, hope everyone understood.
Yes.
sir.
Okay, now let's go further. Let me put a debuggers in all the places. Now, let me run the program. Okay. Now, whenever I call this one, can I say that executor dot new fixed thread pool? See how many threads are there? Every time you look at the debugger window here, left side. How many threads are there as of now?
Only main thread.
Only main thread. So because I see here, after this line, is it creating a thread? No, it's just created a pool. Okay. But when the thread will be created by whenever it looks at the submit method. Okay. Now here, can I say that in the employee list, how many employees are there? Total 9 employees, correct? The size is 9. So at each position, 1 employee. Now let us look at here. Whenever I call this constructor, what employee will be passed? At 0th position, whatever the employee is there, that will be passed. In 0th position, Karthik is there. Now, can I say that this E will hold Karthik? Now let me run this. Yeah. See, it is holding Karthik, and what is the basic salary of Karthik? 10,000. How many number of days he worked? Some 21 days or something, correct? Okay. Now done. Now here, look at here. Now currently I'm at line number 40. If I do F6, okay, the 1 thread will be created. Out of this 3 thread, how many threads you wanted to use? 3 threads. So first thread will be created and it will start executing Karthik, because see here, whenever you do this, Karthik is added to the queue. Okay. Now T1 so currently how many tasks are submitted to the queue? Only E, correct? Only Karthik. Let me remove all of this. Okay. Now this is a queue. Now which data is getting submitted whenever you call this method? So Karthik is submitted. Now whenever I do F6, immediately look at here. Sorry, I have forgotten to put the debugger in the run method. Let me redo the debugging. It has come here, but since I did not do the debug, so it has gone. Let me do it from starting, or else let me stop it, start it. Okay. Now, see, whenever you do, see, it is executing this employee, done. Now, whenever I say submit, what is happening? So this Karthik, who is the first employee? Karthik. He is added to the queue, and then immediately first thread will be created. Look at here. In the pool 1, thread 1, the first thread has created and it is executing a run method. Now, can I say that it is happening like this? Is it executing?
Yes, sir.
Can I say that in progress? Okay, done. Now I'm not debugging this one. So, okay, I'll go to the main method. So can I say that now how many threads are running?
2.
One, leave about a main thread. Can I say that 1 thread is executing from pool 1, and which employee it is executing? Karthik, correct? Okay. Now next time you go to the main method. Now whenever you push it, so can I say that second from the array, what is the second position? Second employee. Let's look at the name. Yeah, Vaibhav. Now can I say that Vaibhav will go into the pool? So here Vaibhav will go. Okay. Let me put the employee name with a different color. This is Karthik. This is Vaibhav. Okay. Now, so how many threads has to be at max? How many threads I can create? 3. But currently how many threads are executing? 1. It is in progress. So can I reuse this thread? No, because it is in progress. Now what I will do, what the JVM will do, it will create 1 more thread. Look at here. Sorry. No, yeah, let me do F6 here from this one.
See, does it created another thread? Yes. And what employee it is executing? Vaibhav, correct? Look at here. That means, can I say this is also in progress? Yes or no? Guys, if you respond, then I can.
Yes,
Yes, Karthik, it's in
Yes,
progress.
sir.
Because this is, see, the reason I'm asking is I just wanted to, know whether you are understanding or not, because I can 100% say that no one can explain like this.
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
Now now the for loop will repeat. Now third employee, who is the third person? Harish.
Wish.
Now Harish also will be added to the queue. Harish. Okay, done. Okay. Now how many threads are there as of now? Only 2.
Threads.
So what is the number of threads I created? 3. So can I say that automatically one more thread will be created and it will execute Harish?
Yes.
You see, third thread is executing. Look at Harish. Okay. Now T3 is, let me take the different color. T3 is executing Harish. Now can I say that all these threads are busy now?
Yes, all three are now busy.
All the 3 are busy because I'm not executing it. Now, as per this definition of this method, look at here. If so, at any point, if most number of threads will be active processing the task. Now, at this point of time, I have created 3 thread pool, but all the 3 threads are busy processing the task or not?
Yes. All the
Now,
three are busy.
if you look at this definition, if additional tasks are submitted when all the threads are active, they will wait in the queue until the thread is available. Correct?
Yes.
Now, what does it mean is, now if I do debug further, even if you call the submit method further, it will not create a thread because you are using a fixed thread pool. The number of threads are fixed. Now let us look at here. Whenever I do debug, sorry, let me go to the main method. Whenever I do debug, so what is the 4th employee? What is the 4th employee? Aditya, Krishna. 4th and 5th are nothing but Aditya and Krishna. But does it create see, whenever I execute this submit method, let us look at, see how many currently main thread, thread 1, thread 2, thread 3. Is it creating one more thread?
No.
See, is it created? No. But where the Aditya will be added? To the queue, correct? No, look at here. Aditya will be added. And then all the Aditya, then Krishna will be added. Let me write. Krishna, Melvin, Sohini. Let me write Melvin, Sohini, and then Sunil, Amul. Sunil, Amul. But will it create any thread? Let me complete the main method. Okay, complete iteration. Okay, see here. See it. Let me remove this debugger. See, that means all the see, currently all the threads are busy. So whatever the task that you wanted to create for all the employees, it will be added to the queue. See, it is not creating more threads, correct? Only 3 threads are there, correct? Now, that means all the employees are added to the queue or not? Yes or no? Now, let us, now, can you someone tell me which thread we want to complete? Take anyone. Take anyone, any thread you want. Which one we want to do? T1, T2, T3?
T1.
T3. T1. Okay. Now let us go to the T1 and execute. So this is the T1. So I'm currently, see, it has calculated the salary. What is the salary of that basic Karthik basic salary is 10,000, and then he has worked for 21 days. Total will be 2,10,000. So that is set in the employee. So in which employee? In the employee salary, this is set. That means salary calculation of the employee person is done. Now currently it's line number 14. Now after completion of the 14, can I say that the run method is executed for employee? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now after, so now if I do F6, can I say that I have completed the work of Karthik employee? Then thread 1 will become free, correct? See, let me do F6. Okay. That means thread 1 now, if I do F8, so from the queue, can I say that this is free now? Once it is free, which automatically this thread will take the work from the queue. What is the next work? Aditya, correct? It has to take Aditya because it is following the queue process. Now let me do F8. Let me do F8. See, look at here. What is the object it is coming? Aditya, right? That means, am I reusing the thread?
Yes, we are using the thread.
Yeah.
Okay, now
currently this is assume that this is executing in progress. Okay. Now let me complete T3. Now let me go to T3. Okay. Now T3 is executing what employee? Harish.
Harish.
Now it is executing Harish. Now let me execute this one complete. Okay. Now if I do again, if I do F6 again, can I say that I have completed the run method of Harish?
Yes.
Now then T3 will be free, correct?
Yeah.
So after once the T3 is free, what is the next employee it will take T3?
Krishna.
So that why it is Krishna? Because it is a queue process. Queue will
Process.
follow first in, first out, correct?
Yes.
Now let me take the different color. So it will execute Krishna. Okay. Sorry, the arrow went little bit up. Now Krishna. Let us look at. Let me do F8. See what is the employee it has come? Krishna. Is it following the same thing?
Yes.
Yes.
This is how the executor multi-threading will work. Now, am I reusing the threads?
Yes, we are using the threads.
Yeah. Hope you everyone understood what is the executor framework. How does it work? Now, for example, if you complete this T2, then which employee it will take?
Melvin.
Melvin, correct? Now let us look at. Now let's go to T2 and then do F6. Okay. Done. See, let me do F8. See, it is taking Melvin. Right. Now, the same example, I will share the code with you guys. Now, what you guys do, instead of fixed thread pool, you use a cached thread pool. Okay. Then see what is the difference. So in the cached thread pool, for example, now you start executing 3 threads. 3 threads will take 3 employees. Now all the threads are busy. Then automatically it will create a 4th thread, because in the cached thread pool, you are not mentioning how many threads to be created. The decision will be taken care by the JVM. If any thread is free, it will use that. If the thread is not free, it will create a new thread. So execute the same example by, instead of new fixed thread pool, you can mention new cached thread pool like this. Only this change. You don't need to pass anything and see the difference. Hope you guys understood this one.
Yes.
This is very important, guys. I hope this kind of explanation you won't get it. And this is how you can visualize the threads. And whenever someone is asking about, like, have you done any multi-threading example or multi-threading code, you can write a code like this and you can tell that this is how the multi-threading will work. Now coming to the Java 9. Okay. Now in the Java 9, so there is a method called submit, like new method has been created. InvoCall. Okay. So there is a method called InvoCall. Okay. So this InvoCall, see here, what you are doing, you are submitting one by one, correct? But by calling the InvoCall method, what do? You submit all the tasks at once. This is a change. Okay. You don't need to write a for loop. You directly give the array of employees and automatically it will take care. Okay. See here, what it is taking, InvoCall is taking a collection which is extending callable or which is extending runnable. It can take callable or runnable, anything is fine. Okay. So now can someone tell me why we go for a callable statement? Why not? What is the problem with the runnable? Here you are creating.
You cannot reuse the existing thread.
No, you can do. See, currently, am I able to wait? Currently, I have created a thread using runnable. Am I able to reuse the thread using executor framework? Yeah, after completion of
Yes.
yeah. Then there is another interface called callable. Anyone has any idea why do we need the callable interface? What is the drawback of a runnable interface?
Callable call method takes argument.
No.
And also returns the future of
Callable does not take an argument also. Callable interface does not take an argument. So the thing is, from this, see, whenever you are executing a thread, so do you change the return type of this run method? Can you change it?
No.
No.
If you change it, it is not treated as a overriding, correct? That means
Yes, sir.
By using a runnable interface, do you have a provision to return something from the thread? Whenever your thread is executing, the run method, you want to return something. Is it possible?
No, sir.
No. But by using the callable interface, it is possible. In the callable interface, there is a, so let me do instead of runnable, let me do callable. Okay. So let me do double or else employee. Using the callable interface, you can return an object. Callable interface having a method called call. Callable interface has a method called call. Now let me. So there is no run method. So if you look at the difference between a run method and call method, you get here. Are you able to see the return type? So what is the return
Yes,
type?
sir.
You want whatever the return type you want, you can put it. Okay. Now let me put E. See, what is the difference between a callable and runnable is a runnable interface has a run method. The return type of a run method is void. You cannot return anything when the thread is executing a specific method. But whenever you are using a callable interface, whenever the thread is executing the call method, that means you can return a employee object. So what you can do in the Java 9, the same program I will explain tomorrow. So instead of calling the submit method or execute method, we will call the invoke call method. So that is a change that is introduced for Java 9.
So what is the difference between submit and execute?
Okay, execute method will take only runnable. See, execute method will take only runnable instance. But whenever you are doing submit, it can take runnable instance as well. It can take callable instance also. Correct. So that means if you are writing a class which is implementing callable or which is implementing runnable, in order to use both, you can use submit method. But you are having by using a execute method, can you pass callable instance?
No, sir.
No, it is taking only runnable. That is the difference. Hope you understand.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is about a multi-threading, how the multi-threading will work in Java. So I will give you this code, guys. If you are practicing, then only you will get it. Okay. Whatever I explained, I hope you understood it. But at least you need to execute once. If not, then it will be of waste. It's up to you whether to practice or not. If you practice, then it will be a good for you to answer. See, mainly in any of the product-based company or even service-based company also nowadays, they are asking, have you worked on threads? General answer would be no. But now if you execute this one, you can say that I have worked on threads and you have basic understanding how to implement a multi-threading. Then if they are asking where you have used to execute a framework, you can take one example from your project and you can explain, these are the classes I have done. This is how I worked on it. So whatever the business logic you want to do, only the change is in the run method, you will write that business logic. Correct. That's it. Remaining all the structure will be same. Only the business logic you'll write in the run method. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So please practice. I will share this code. What you can do, you can uncomment this code and then debug it. Okay. The only thing you need to keep in mind, whenever you're debugging, you need to put the debugger points in the run method and the call method. Then only you can visualize it. Yeah, there was a question.
Yeah, Karthik, most of the application we won't use this multi-threading one. Mostly we'll do it with the single thread only. So
Because
if in
all the web-based applications are single multi-threaded applications. Because every request in a web-based application is a thread. So that's the reason you don't use multi-thread. This multi-threading will be used in the batch processing. Whenever I say batch processing, so like in the last class, I have given one example, right? Like LIC premium. Okay. So if the premium is due, you need to send a message. So that is not a single threaded. So you need to run that every day night, correct? Every day night or every day afternoon sometime, you need to check what all the policies that are due, and then you need to trigger it. So you cannot keep an employee to do that work, correct? It should be an automation process. So in that automation process, you can use a multi-threading.
Okay.
Does that your question where we can use? Is that the question?
No, actually the thing is, if interview they will ask, then how we can.
Okay, so what you can do, can you tell me what is your project? Are you working?
Yes, yes.
Okay, just give me brief introduction about your project. What is your project is all about?
it's a SIM activation provision application.
I did
All
not
the
understand. SIM activation. Okay.
Yeah, telecommunication network services, they will activate through that application.
Okay. So for example, if the same thing is, so whenever every month, I think like the company has to introduce some new SIMs, correct? Every day or every month basis,
Every day
they will
at
create
1 to 10 lakhs.
1 to 10 lakhs every day.
Yeah.
Okay. So assume that every day they are introducing new 10 lakh SIMs. So that means as soon as they manufacture the chip, they have to activate it, correct? In order to activate it, you have some logic to activate. So in order to activate those SIMs, you might be having some business logic, correct? Like you have to take the SIM number and do some process, etc. Right? If you have to do this manual process, then it is a very time-consuming process, and you need many resources. But the process would be same for each and every SIM, correct? The activating process. The numbers might change, the SIM number, etc. But the process would be same or not? Like salary calculation, basic salary and number of working days will be different, but the activation of a SIM process would be same, correct?
Yeah.
The same example now, if you want to do, so what you can do is, how many SIMs are there? You said 1 lakh. Okay, each SIM will have unique SIM number. You take that as a SIM mobile SIM one class, which has a mobile SIM name and SIM number, etc. Or you can read it from the database. Once that is done, so in the run method, what do? You write one method called public void activate SIM. So under this method, you will write the logic, correct? Now, so here instead of employee object, you will take the SIM object. Now you need a SIM number. So can I say that that SIM number you will get it from the SIM object? Yes. After this, that means whatever the logic you want to write, activate a SIM, that you are writing under the activate SIM method. Then whenever you are calling the call method or run method, inside this, you call this method. Or one way is calling this method, because activating SIM will take lot of code. So instead of writing directly in the call method, I'm just writing a separate method, modularization. That's it. Now that means, can I say that if you have multi, so now here, instead of 3 thread pools in your production system, can I say that you will create 100 threads?
Yeah.
And then
you can use cached one.
You can use
Cached.
But if you are using a cached one, so the number of threads will be created automatically. So whenever a thread is created, what actually is happening internally is thread will use the system resource. When I say system resource, it will use the core of your CPU. Whenever you buy a laptop, the laptop will have a 4-core processor, 8-core processor, something like that, right? So each and every thread is corresponds to laptop CPU hardware. So if you create n number of threads, so there may be a process of out of memory error, etc. So whenever you're creating a thread, there is a formula. I don't remember exactly. So based on your system configuration, you can check how many maximum threads can be created. That number, if you provide here, that would be right way. Okay. Now here with this one, now whatever in your project, in order to process the 10 lakh SIM cards, you can create 10 threads or 100 threads or 1000 threads. Okay, or 100 threads, assume. So now at any point of time, at a millisecond, how many threads will work? 10 threads. 100 threads will work parallelly. And after completion of second millisecond, and all these 100 will be free, and then it will take another 100 SIM cards, and then it will do the activation. Correct?
Yeah.
So now whatever the program I have written, the skeleton is same, correct? Only thing is what you are changing, you are writing a separate method instead of wherever you are writing a salary calculation logic, you are writing the activate SIM logic, correct? And in this constructor, instead of taking an employee object, you will take a SIM object, correct?
Yes.
But the code, everything is same, correct? Now, if someone is asking, you can say that this is how I can implement it, right?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
So
what you can do is, you take, so whenever you are activating a SIM, you know some process, right? So what you can do is, you take this structure and try to implement this one. At least you don't take 1 lakh records or something. You take around 20 records or 30 records and try to implement it so that it will boost your confidence. And then you can answer that. This is how I can implement it. And you can also say that this is so there was a problem like on activating a scheme, there was a manual process. So what we have done using a multi-threading, I have done like reduce the time. So this is you can explain in the interview. He'll be impressed.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions, anyone?
So can we use threads inside REST API calls also?
Yes, but REST API call will be called from the web-based application, right? Generally, wherever you want, you can use it. But already, see, when you use a REST API from the web UI only, right?
Yes.
From the third party or something. So whenever the request is coming to the REST API, already each and every request is a separate thread. You can use. No one will say no. But it's already each and every request. Whenever I'm hitting submit button or login button in my application, and at the same time you are hitting, so your request is a separate thread, my request is a separate thread. Already separate threads are there. Why do you create multi-threading again? Hope you understand.
Yes.
If I am see now here, why do I need a threading process? Because if I don't have a thread process, then whatever the logic, see here, whatever the salary calculation logic I have written here, so can I say that I have to execute like this? In the multi-thread program itself, I will write a for loop. Without thread, how do I execute? I will write a for loop. So in this for loop, I will write like this, right? For each employee, employee list dot get of I dot get basic salary. This one. This is how I will write the logic, correct? But to execute, for example, if how many times this loop will execute if my employees are 1 lakh, so 1 lakh times it will loop. Then how much time is taken by this for loop? Maybe 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay. But if you are using a multi-threading, at a time, how many threads are executing the same work? 3 threads, right? So that means, can I say that by using the multi-threading, earlier the single threaded application, whatever it is taking time, using a multi-threading, it is reducing the time, correct?
Yes.
But in case of a REST API, whenever the request is coming to the REST API, each and everything is considered as a separate request, correct? In the web application. So whenever the request is separate, then why do you use a multi-threading? If you want, you can use it. Hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's all for today, guys. If no question, that's all today. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.
Thanks, Kartik.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.